Hi, this is my first English 153 vlog, and today I'm going to be discussing Kathy Acker's piece, Memory One Kind of Time. Overall, just by reading this, I got a really good sense of a lot of underlying themes that you found throughout reading the piece. I also thought it had a lot of reoccurring elements that I found to be really interesting, especially in the context of imagery. Obviously, there was the reoccurring green walls, great in ceilings, and then those were also present in the hospital room as the prince was on his deathbed. I thought the movement throughout the whole piece, just as it flowed structurally, and also the movement of the prince through these different rooms also showed how he was moving through the different stages of his life and aging. And it's very interesting because he goes from being very youthful and sensual and sexually driven to being an older man. And he starts to kind of realize that he's wasting away physically and mentally, I think, because he's going through a lot of emotional stress and dealing with a lot of anxiety because he isn't with the person that he loves or the mayor's daughter. And it's kind of that hint of jealousy you kind of see throughout the piece because he gets angry with himself, and then he feels guilty, and then he thinks that he can fix things, and it's this constant moral battle between him and his own life. Clearly, love is a very big reoccurring theme, and kind of like I explained, like the battle between if you're meant to be with somebody or not, and kind of the question of if it's fate, do we end up together or do we not end up together? Do we leave it in someone else's hands or do we take hold of it? And I think in this case, the prince attempted to confess his love, but he wasn't confessing it to the mayor's daughter, so she didn't directly know. And also, regret, I think, is a really big reoccurring element. The prince kind of, as he's aging, is filled with all of this regret, so it kind of, I think, stops him from truly seeing how fast time's moving. Another reoccurring aspect I saw a lot was focus on light, sun, earth, all these different elements of just life, and even something as small as like eyes. It talked about how eyes were blinded by things, or how she could see the carriage from far away with her eyes. Just different aspects of just relating to different things, and obviously black darkness relating to the death and decaying of the prince, and just colors and verbs and emotions used to describe people. Also, I think the rhythm of the way that Acker writes was really nicely done. It flows very nicely and almost sounds as if she's writing lyrics to a song, or if the piece is written musically. One example I have right here is a carriage would be lost to human sight, a tiny black speck, speck among specks, another stone, a slingshot caught among rocks. It goes on and on. There's no absolute decision. She very much varies her sentence structures from going kind of longer to then going really shorter, and I really thought that that was well done. Also, I think just the way certain things are phrased, I almost don't want to say it almost does sound sexist, I think, such as this sentence, the women look up to men as if they want to be raped. Obviously, I think that holds more merit coming from a woman author as opposed to if it came from a man author. Also, I think that the opening scene is extremely powerful. I mean, talking about the first time that a young woman is to masturbate, and she's in this field, and certain things around her are kind of almost decaying. It's not green, it's not lovely, it's not how you maybe always would have envisioned this scene of you discovering something, but it kind of shows that in our youth we're naive, and I think that that really pushed the boundary. And I'm not sure who that character is. I don't know if it's Acker or if it's the mayor's daughter. I just think that that opening scene was really strong, and kind of set the precedent in the mood for the rest of the whole entire piece. So thanks.